is trying to broker peace with the G5 governors and then the presidential candidate of the party. I'm sure you listened to when Wiki said that the Governor Wiki said that they are open to reconciliation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this is the first time you're hearing such in a long while.
Mm-hmm.
If I ask you, you tell me that's the first time in a long while. I'm not sure you've heard him saying that before. So you see that they are more or less in a reconciliation mood. The governor of Benue State apologized for what he said towards Atiku. So it shows that the party is working to be as one. And I'm sure in the next few weeks, some of these grain issues will be resolved, and you'll be shocked. And when I tell people that you leave politics for politicians, they know how to play this game. They will reconcile their differences. You will call me back on your platform, and I will say I told you that we're going to reconcile our issues.
Let's hope that you reconcile that issue as quick as possible. But some of the messages that the All Progressives Congress is putting out, against your presidential candidates is that, well, at some point he's going to retire to Dubai. He's not always present in Nigeria, and that he would lose the election in 2023 and move back to Dubai. How does that greet you as a member of the People's Democratic Party?
Yes. They should keep quiet. I don't know, a party that is parading an alleged drug baron. An alleged drug baron is an alleged, money launderer that, according to the American court, have been found guilty of such, because when you forfeit money, it simply means that you're guilty of certain things. They have the tenacity, they have the temerity, they have the guts to be talking about our party. A party that cannot produce a candidate that has certain minimum level of integrity. How do you think the international world is going to look at such candidates? It's talking about our candidates going to Dubai. Their candidates, we should go to US. For me, these are pedestrian conversations. And that today we have a trending conversation where their candidate has been alleged to be a drug baron. Thank God it's not me. There's a certified true copy out there in the media. You can read it, 54 pages.
59 pages.
Word for word. How he was working with a group that involves in drug dealing. I'm not the one that said it. It's there. And they have the guts to talk about our presidential campaign. I think they should bury their head in shame.
Very well. Let's bring you into the conversation before we talk about some other issues rocking the PDP and what the chances are for the 2023 election. 09073530044 and 09087668888. That is 09073530044 and 09087668888. You can send SMS and WhatsApp messages as well to 09097054450. My guest this morning is Emmanuel Ume, who is a member of the People's Democratic Party, is joining us in this conversation. I bring in this caller. Hello, good morning. Like we lost connection there. Try to call back. It would be nice. Now let's get to talk about some of the issues raised in Borno State. Your presidential candidates had mentioned that, well, when he visited the Shehu of Borno, he made promises to him that he was going to restore peace in the northeast. Now, before now, your presidential candidate has always been in that, he's from the northeast. He's going to restore peace to Nigeria in general. But then people are saying, look, if he has been there, he was in the APC until he moved away in 2018. Why hasn't he been able to, in his own capacity, ensure peace in that area, especially in the area where he's from? Before you respond to that, let's bring in this caller who's been on the line. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, seems like the network's DG in again. All right, please, Emmanuel, go ahead and respond to that.
My candidate is not the CNC in Nigeria. He was only a member of the APC and he left. And my candidate, you only hold my candidate responsible to when he was the vice president, to certain things that he did in government, the gains that he had in government. And when he becomes the CNC, he has made promises that he's going to unite this country. He has made promises that he's going to secure this country. He has made promises that he's going to turn the economic fortune of this country. He has made promises that he's going to restructure this country. And I believe completely in what he's saying. You need to look at the antecedents of this man. This is someone that has been consistent in restructuring since 2007, 2003. And he has said that if you restructure this country, it is more or less like the foundation of the many good things that will happen. For example, we talk about state police. He said there's a need to have community and state police to the lowest level, because if you go into a community, it is easier when the community member or when the members of that community know who is coming out or living out from their community. It helps secure the lowest level of security, especially in terms of governance. So when you restructure and you give state police, it definitely means that you are going to bring security at the lowest level. At that point, they know who are disturbing those communities, right? So he is saying we are going to make that, but we are going to empower you by law, so you'll be able to do state police. That's number one. He said that he's going to train and retrain, those that are currently serving, in the military, in the police, the security, any whatever security architecture outfit that you are in. He's going to retrain, or the government is going to retrain and train those officers. He's saying that they are going to employ more people into those security, institutions where they will help secure Nigeria. And then there are other things that he has said that he has that he will not be able to divulge to the public because these are issues that have to do with security. He has also said, as a former custom officer, that he will secure the borders. He understands the border, he understands the mechanism, so he has the experience. And part of the issues why we're having insecurity today is because our borders are not being secured. If we secure our borders very, very well, I can tell you that you will solve more than 40 to 50% of the insecurity you're having today in the country. So he's speaking to the issues. Realistically, he's speaking to the issues. And that's one of the reasons why, myself, I'm saying that I've listened to him speak. He's someone that understands the issues, and he's the most experienced as of today. See, you can employ 2 million policemen. If your citizens are not united, you will achieve nothing. And he's saying, for us to be able to fight insecurity, we must be united. And by doing so, we are going to do a government of national unity. Whether you're an APC, whether you're an ABGA, whether you're a Labour Party, you are going to be in the government. You're going to just like what happened in 1999, where when we won, we brought people from other political parties into the government, serving as either ministers or DGs or SAs, to the president. So they will participate in the government. And when you do that, you have a sense of belonging that I, as a Labour Party member, is entitled to make my country work because I'm serving in that government. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I get you.
So he's promised, so he has promised these are realistic issues that he's saying.
Okay.
So he's not going about, issuing unnecessary press statements like the way the APC childish press statements and saying someone is going to Dubai and no one is not going to Dubai. Their president is not even healthy enough to stand for a few hours. And he's really talking about
we're going to talk about debates and even the town hall meeting that was held just on Sunday. But before then, let's bring in this caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Nacho, I greet you.
Good morning, Sunday the Prince. Good to have you.
Yeah, it's only this line that is active. The other line is having network problem.
They're all active. I'm guessing we'll fix that now.
Yes, I want to bring to the notice of your guest. We don't need most qualified person. We need someone that is experienced. You understand? Because this is indeed a tag to Buhari that is most qualified. When somebody is most qualified, that means they are overqualified. At the end of the day, they might not perform. And age is one of the main problems these two major contenders are having. Because the present president admitted at 72, he said if he is more younger than as he is now, he would have done better. His age really deprived him of so many things. I'm 72. And now a man that is 76 is jostling to become the president of this country. So tell me, 72 and 76, who is more older? So you can't shit nature. You understand? Atiku was my best candidate in 4 years ago. As of then, it was about 71. But now, at 76, I mean, by 4 years' time, 8 years. You cannot cheat nature. So the truth of the matter, as it stands now, age is no longer on his side. And, the way he was articulating 4 years ago, it was not the same now. He was struggling to talk. So that he was struggling to talk. So there's a lot of things I've assessed in him that made me to say there's no point. We cannot repeat the same mistake that we did in 2016. And by next year, this present government will be 8 years. And you can see how frequent he visited the hospital. So many times he told he's not aware. He cannot be able to go to scene of things happening in the country. So all these things I put together, and that's why I told those around me, we need a young, vibrant, middle-aged president who can run around. When Mr. President was giving give power to Shubanjo, Shubanjo was busy running around the street, attending to problems, solving them as he stands. That's to tell you that his strength is still there. So that is why I said as it stands now, we don't need to experiment with our country any longer. We need a young, average, vibrant president who can really attend to issue the way it is. So for me, there's no amount of pictures your guest is trying to paint for us. We Nigeria have made up our mind. We don't want to deal with this old men any longer.
You would have to speak for yourself. You would have to speak for yourself, Sunday the Prince. Thank you again for calling. We appreciate you calling in. Thank you. The conversation continues. Getting back with my guest. Some of the issues coming up. I don't know if you heard Sunday the Prince. Before you respond to Sunday the Prince.
I heard him. I would just simply want to respond to him.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard him very well. For me, it's beyond what he's saying. There are issues, and what are the issues? Atiku, in terms of experience, is the most experienced. He has been a former vice president. At a time like this, you do not need somebody that is more or less going to learn on the job. He understands the job. He has been in the presidency. He knows what it takes for him to rule or be the president of this country. So, as to what he was talking about age and all that, the current president of America is older than Atiku. Currently older than the president, and he's probably going to go for second term. The Speaker of the U.S. government, as of today, just won re-election. She's 83 years. She has been in government for more than 30 years. She has been in the House for more than 35 to 40 years, right? And she's still going back again for another 4 years. So the conversation about age, yes, as much as he's concerned about the age and all that, you look at how healthy is this man. That's number one. I've seen people that are in their 50s, and when you look at them, they don't even look like those that are in their 50s. So it has nothing about age. It's not basically about age. It's about the agility. It's about the content of the person, and it's about the experience of the person. As of today, my candidate is the most experienced of all candidates. He understands what Nigeria needs at this time. And that's why he is the only candidate that is speaking of government of national unity. He shows you and he tells you about the experience that the candidates have. It's only a candidate that has experience that I'll be telling you about in our government of national unity. A government that doesn't have experience will not even understand this, doesn't even understand the implications, doesn't understand the advantages of having a government of national unity. So it's not so much about age. I just wanted to use that as an example. I've seen people that are very, very young. They ended up being failures. So Yaya Bello is the youngest governor today. But if it's about age, the governor of even in their own party, I don't even want to talk about my own party, so it doesn't look like I'm trying to compare. The governor of Kano State, Ganduje, has done and performed way more than what the governor of Kogi State has done, and he's way older than the governor of Kogi State. So it's not about age; it's about the content of the man, the vision, that the man has, and what he's bringing to the table. So it's not so much about age. Yes, I acknowledge the fact that age could be a factor. It could limit you from performing your work. But if the person is healthy, I've seen people in their 80s. Look at the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. Even in his 80s, he's busy traveling around the world, settling disputes. Just recently, they were able to settle the disputes between Ethiopia and its neighbors that they've been having for over 4 years. Even precising that, they were able to reach at a peaceful resolution just a few days ago. Obasanjo is in his 80s, and he's still working, he's still agile. So it's not so much about it, it's about the content of the person, the vision of the person, what the person is bringing to the table.
All right, it's not about age. Let's bring in another caller. Hello. Again. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my prince.
Good morning, Abdullahi. Let's hear you.
Yes, my name is Suleiman.
Suleiman, go ahead. Let's hear you. Sorry.
Yes, let me just make it briefly.
Quickly.
First of all, even I am not the member of PDP, but this is what happened is totally condemnable. And I want to tell Atiku to know that please, you not allow this kind of thing to encourage him for what he is doing. It is only God, not the best. So this kind of thing is totally condemnable. Nobody will happy for what happened for him. It's a very, very bad thing. It's a very, very sad thing. And I tell you this is not the first time this kind of thing is happening. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we are calling both the federal government and the state government in any state that any candidate is going to live. They should make sure that they give them a good security. And please, people, they should just remember, now social media is all over the world. Whatever happens, before you come out, you want to defend it. No matter how you want to defend it, will not happen. Before you start, it has go viral. You can see the video has go viral. Somebody to come out and say that it's live, it's not happening. So what can he say? Or the people that form a live video, many radio stations are taking the what happened, the lesson that happened. And to come out and say that you want to protect your own benefit, it is not how things are done. Whatever you do, remember that you took an oath that you protect life and property in any part of the country the person coming from, in any language you belong to, in any region you belong to. Forget about your selfish interest. Say it the way it is. What happened has happened, and many people have seen what happened. So please, I want to beg Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should not discourage for this thing that is happening to him.
All right.
Maybe God have something agenda even on him. That is why all this kind of thing is happening. The end of the day is going to be success. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you again, Suleiman. Appreciate you calling in.
Thank you to the caller.
You just heard Suleiman. A lot of Nigerians have condemned this action in Borno State. But then let's talk about the PDP and what your presidential candidate is saying, that he would hand over to the Southeast or an Igbo man come 2023. He had said earlier that after his tenure, his vice presidential his running mate would be the one to hand over, to take over the helms of affairs.
No, he did not say that. He did not say that. He said he wanted a vice presidential candidate that can also be presidential candidate or can also be a president. In terms of the quality of decisions that the vice presidential candidate is vice presidential would be vice president, he's elected by the grace of God into office, ready to make, even in his absence. So he was talking about the quality. Besides, Okowa is an Igbo man, so let's not bring all this segregation. He has said he's going to hand over power to the Southeast, and I believe him. Look at his antecedents. In 2007, when he contested the presidential election, who was his vice? Senator Ben Obi was his vice. In 2019, when he contested the elections again, when he was the candidate of the PDP, who was his vice? It was Peter Obi that was his vice. Now again he's contesting. Who is his vice? Ifeanyi Okowa. Ifeanyi Okowa is an Igbo man, although he's from the south now, but he's an Igbo man. We did deny him of his heritage as an Igbo man. I know a lot of Yorubas that are in Kogi. Will you say that because they're in Kogi, they're not Yoruba? You will say that, So he's an Igbo man. He has openly said that he's an Igbo man. He has not denied his heritage. He has not denied the fact that he's an Igbo man. So, I believe him when he says that. And
are you with me? Oh, seems like we lost connection there. Let's see what's happening.